The plight, pains and tribulations of persons with disability, especially in eastern Nigeria, have been brought to the fore by Center for Memories in this October session of Nkatumibe with the theme Oyagana Wanneya, advocating for a more inclusive Igbo. X-raying traumatic experiences, discrimination, isolation and barriers facing people with special needs, the keynote speaker and pioneer chairman of Abia State Disability Commission, David Ayele, stated that people with disability have been relegated to the corners, deprived of their rights and privileges, and called on the public to eschew sympathy but empathy, consideration of their people in citing public projects, and further demanded governments of the Southeast to speedily implement the People with Disability Commission so as to achieve an inclusive Igbo.
Say no one should be discriminated, all barriers should be removed. What that means is that if your community is building hall, if they are building public toilet, if they are building school, they will take measure to ensure that people with disabilities are not shortchanged. I want to request anybody who is under the influence of this program to kindly whistle to him that there is a law in Enugu State that needs full implementation, and that law is Enugu State Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Law. That law provides for establishment of a commission. What does the commission do?
Another speaker, Oyebuchimba, insisted that people with impairment deserve equal opportunities in education, skill, and political appointments, condemning the public attitude, especially in eastern Nigeria, which prioritizes empowerment peanuts instead of employment opportunities, affirming that there is ability in disability.
We cannot continue to live in charity. Charity has not changed in my life, because give me 100,000 naira today, I will spend it tomorrow, and then I will return back next tomorrow to ask for more. But teach me how to get that 100,000, I will make a way to be getting it for myself and for my family. Who says that a person with disability does not deserve a life of dignity? We call on Ebonyi State government, we call on Imo State government to implement and inaugurate the Disability Rights Commission of their various states. And by crying the cry of each other, we will have an inclusive and Igbo that will serve the interests of all, irrespective of ability or disability.
The Center Director, Iha Iboko, described the October dedication to people with disability as their mandate to reach every strata of the Igbo society.
And for us at the Center, this month of October is our Disability Awareness Month. It's not because we don't talk about inclusion or disability every other month, but this month we want to pay special attention. Because for a country who has over 25 million people living with one disability or the other, for a country who has a majority part of its population living on the margins, I think it has become very imperative for us to discuss inclusion and what inclusion means. Sometimes we say inclusion as tokenism, but we want it to be an actionable step that each of us can embrace and imbibe.
The usual discussion session, anchored by an Enugu-based journalist, Yagazi Ozalo, featured deliberation, comment, questions and answer, which confirms that people with impairment deserve better treatment. For a job well done, guest speakers and the anchor were presented with 7 A's, a usual right by the Center.
A very fertile month.
Center for Memories is funded by Ford Foundation with the aim of preserving culture, ethics, and morals of Igbo. Eva Aneke, Hero TV News, Enugu.